Okay, let's see. Mic is working. I'm gonna pop out the chat in case you guys want to write me anything. So hi and welcome to my channel, Hisame Artwork. Sorry for the delayed start. I took an afternoon nap and I slept too much. It is the truth. Hopefully nobody caught on to that. Like usually I have my audience come in at around 4 and it's 3:15 and nobody's watching. Good. Nobody's caught on, I hope. Oh no, I want the channel thing. There we go. And pop out. That's the one. So today we are resuming new pages from my comic book, Niels Feynman's Time Traveling Adventures. Pop out. There we go. Though I should go into Twitch and log in, because if I don't do that then the pop out is not gonna work. I think I'm logged in and the pop out is not gonna work. Okay. Okay, now we're set. Oh, I have one person watching now. Hi there, sorry for the late start. I fell asleep and didn't wake up at the right time. Like I was sure it was 2:30, but I thought, okay, let me go and look, and then I realized, oh wait, it's 3:15. So totally not expecting it to be that late. I'm sorry. Okay, so mask on that layer, mask on this one. Gotta put masks on all the panels so that the color doesn't leak out, and I don't have to worry about being in the frame. And that door next apartment, pink door color. Flowers. I'm gonna put it more in the center. So hope everyone is having a good day. In our Facebook group we've started a new round of events. So I have a group called Hisame Artwork Event Center to be exact, and that is where we put and organize our events. They're mostly art events. We do have a promotional book week for those that have comic books. So let me just take you really quickly to the group to show you what events we have there. So at the moment we're doing the Draw Me Again, and up next is the 10 style challenge, and after that we have the book week, and then after that we might do a color me, a quick draw collab, sorry. So those are the events that are coming up next. Let's see, my OBS is still working. Okay, the mic is on. Everything still seems to be working. I sometimes have some issues with the sound, so okay, I'm going to go to the world folder, and I have the character sheet here, and it's where I'm gonna get all of my colors for it. And also I have a older page that I can get some colors in. Now for some reason it does not maintain my shortcuts, which is really annoying. So first I'm gonna change the base color so I have no more blue lines that can give me issues. And his gray hair. The blouse. And the piece of parchment, which was kind of yellowy. Let's see, which page was it? This one. So now it's supposedly more light and a bit more orange because of the light. And I'll put some white on there afterwards. His eye color is, I chose kind of a dark brown because it's simpler. I'm glad the Clip Studio Paint is working okay today. Like, I had some strange issues with the tablet and the driver, so it's actually easier for me to draw, to fill in the colors with the mouse, because I have like less weird stuff happening. So I'm kind of doing it all by mouse at the moment. then in this frame here I'm missing a drawer, so I have to put that back in the background. And the door frame there. I'm gonna put use the line. So I press shift and then it draws me a straight line. It has its ups and its downsides. Like for example, I like that in a Photoshop it always is a straight perpendicular vertical horizontal vertical line, but sometimes you need a line that isn't like that, that is between two areas. And if I remember correctly, you could not do that to draw one diagonally if you had the shift key. There was another shortcut for it, but I do not remember what was that shortcut. Like the save is working better. Like I think just the file that I did for the cover was just too big, and that's why it didn't work properly. Like the save would be so hard to do. I should turn off the stairs just so that I get in there properly. Drawing medieval stuff is trickier than I thought. Like if you want to make it accurate, there's just so many limitations. I kind of try and do it accurate but still be fantasy and kind of have a lot of colors and try and have courage with the colors. Because I didn't have access to pigments that well, like most clothes were brown or yellowish or best case scenario white. But kind of thinking, Newton had some money, so like he could afford to have some reds, some yellows, some blues in his house. Maybe not blues, because blues and purples were mostly for rich people, like super rich, and he was okay financially, more or less, but like he wasn't what was considered at the time rich, I think. He was doing better than most, for sure. Hi June, how are you? How are you feeling? Trying to decide on the colors for his home. Like all the medieval references I see, everything is brown. Like that's the most of the colors that are, they're brown, so kind of trying to inject some color everywhere I can. Oh, you can almost do all the movements, that's great. Like now you can do most of the stuff that you could before, so that's nice. Like it's always very annoying when you have a limited movement range. Like I hate feeling like a handicap. If I don't know if I told you or if you remember, I sprained my back, or at least I think that's how it's called in English. So what I did was that my back was in a lot of pain and I couldn't bend over to do anything. Like it was difficult to bend over in order to get food from the refrigerator. And so I ordered pizza and ate it sitting upright. It was like so bad. Like now every time I'm super careful about my back so I don't sprain it again. Okay, turn the tablet on so I can get easier to do some of the stuff. Like I don't know what happened, like if Clip Studio Paint did some updates or who did the updates, but something really odd is happening. Like look how small my brush size is. And how much is getting on the sides, and I hit the reset button, but it's still doing that. And I'm not sure what it is. Wacom. Touch setting. No, I want touch off. Tilt sensitivity normal, tip feel normal. Like I don't know what the issue is. What update happened now? But it's weird. that's gonna have a bit of a sandy cobblestone kind of texture. And then I'm gonna put some windows and give it a lot of light coming from there. Okay, so I'm gonna turn off Newton a bit and put in the colors. Sorry for starting the stream late. I fell asleep. I guess was dozing on and didn't realize what time it was. Actually, this one would be lighter. This one's gonna come a lot of light from that direction because the door is going to be opened. It's gonna be a darker shade because it's gonna be a wall there, and this one is gonna be even lighter. And that's gonna be the lightest part. You're gonna have some light coming on the stairs, and then the shaded area, and then Newton's face with light. So it seems at the moment that we're gonna stay 2 more years in the USA. Could be. And my husband may have to start teaching. Which he does enjoy talking to the kids. Yeah, and we're probably gonna stay here in Michigan. Like, that's the condition. Get H2 visa, which is a working visa. Is not a research visa. But we'll see, it's not definitive yet. Like, there are a lot of issues with the funding at the moment with the university. A lot of organizations have had their finance cut, so nothing is certain yet. Because even though it's it's a private university, like some things are still funded by the government. Usually research and science is funded by the government. So if the government does reforms or cuts funding or stuff like that, universities have to adjust. Like, I don't know if Americans have institutes of physics like other countries have. Like, for example, Russia has a physics institute in uh, not not Dubrovnik. What's it called? I think Dubrovnik is in Hungary. Uh, oh, it's in Croatia. Something with D. Dudna. 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 Russia? I'm not writing it correct. Dubna. Dubna. Okay, so it's Dubna. Whatever. I'm not sure how it's pronounced in Russian. In Romanian, it's Dubna. That's how we read those letters. And that's the city that houses the physics institutes of the Russian government. And in Romania, the physics institute is in Mogurele, which is near the capital. Like usually these cities, research cities, are close to the capital for conferences and other stuff like that. And Germany's, it's called Germany Physics Institute. Physics Institute. Okay, München? No. Somewhere. Like I think it was Planck Institute called. Where are you? Munich. I've been to Munich, but I think they have more than one, maybe? Because I know it's another one, and it's not in Munich. Maybe I'm confusing it with something else. Like I think Italy has at Trento, no, or E-T, something with T. Italy Physics Institute. Trieste. Yep, it was in Trieste. I remember something with T that sounded like Tiraspol but wasn't Tiraspol, so it's Trieste and it's not Trento. And the German one I don't remember where it is. But I don't know for the US to have something like this, because you know it's so big and it has different states and they kind of produce things in different places. Like I think they do engines in Oklahoma or Pennsylvania. That's where they do their rocket engines. And they have their space base somewhere else. They have the Kennedy Space Center in Florida, and they have a training camp in Alabama. And they have their sciencey conferences at Los Alamos in I think it's in Arizona. Los Alamos, where are you? Los Alamos. New Mexico, so that's in New Mexico, and I think that's where the zone 51 or area 51, what's it called? That's where it is. So it's pretty spread out, the whole Americas. And a lot of the research is done within universities. wall color. I'm gonna call it wall color. And usually like these physics institutes may have nuclear reactors or big lasers or whatever kinds of stuff, like dangerous chemicals or things like that, so they're usually not put within the city. So I don't know where these ones are for the US. Like I think the even CMU has like a little laser that is pretty strong, and Michigan State University, I think it has some kind of reactor that energizes particles to very high energy state levels. I don't know how to call them. Excitement states? I don't remember how it's called in English. So there's not much of a issue if it blows up here at CMU or MSU. Like usually because the US has so much space, they can do stuff far away, especially, you know, so away from prying Russian eyes or stuff like that. But like for Romania, I don't think there was much of an issue for security and stuff like that. I don't remember them doing anything particularly interesting for that. Like there are some agreements, so you know you're not supposed to share anything with anybody because Romania is in NATO and in Europe, and it's kind of an information embargo on some other countries, like for example at conferences, science conferences like Iran or North Korea or stuff like that, they're not invited. And also people off the street can't come. Not that they would understand what's being talked in the conference. It's not like a TED conference where it's explained for usual people that have only a high school level of understanding of physics. It's a bit more specific to the field. Like you need a bit of a couple of years of education for it, because there's just a lot of things that you might not get from understand from it. But every now and then, at least in Romania, they would do like something for schools and for the public. I don't know if they do this for CMU. They probably do, because they need every year to attract new students. Now CMU is pretty big, so oops, hope I didn't color on the wrong layer. Okay. It's pretty big, so it has a lot of university departments, like it has philosophy and not just science. But it's pretty bad when it comes to arts. Like there just isn't a demand in this state for art-related jobs. Like if you want to work as a video game artist, as a animation artist, as a even as an advertiser, you kind of have to go to California. There isn't that much in Michigan. They're just kind of specialized on something else. So the car industry has kind of bounced back, but as far as I know, they're not doing something that is electric or is that much of an interest in the future. Like most of the electric cars, from what I saw, are being built in California. Now let me look at page 31. I don't remember, was she saying something in that panel? Yeah, she was. So I have to make it a dark red. I think Michigan produces corn and soybeans and eggs and milk and stuff like that, because they're pretty cheap around here, so I suspect that's what they produce mostly. It's not one of the poorer states, like people are still doing okay compared to other states. That's his shirt. Okay, and the hair. And his teeth. Oh, where's the color palette? There it is. I'm glad, like, I'm getting we're getting new subscribers each week for the comic. It is pretty slow though, like it's just not what seems to be hot on Tapastic. They made a contest also if you want to check it out, June. Um, and it also gives some free coins, supposedly, even for just participating. Which I think could be used for other comics as well. Like, at least I hope. Because the comics that are getting support is a comic called My Angel. And it's this old story that's been told a couple of times. I think there are a couple of animes about the same idea, that some guy becomes, or some girl or someone, whatever, becomes an angel, and they kind of have to make sure that some people are taken care of and they become the angel of someone. Another series is by some accident, computer glitch in a video game. Someone becomes this very popular princess, and oh, they have to deal with the troubles of being famous, because that is so hard and difficult. Because apparently it's so bad to be rich. I personally never understood this trope, but you know, it's your typical chosen one situation, where people that have no qualities whatsoever, or qualities that are not appreciated, suddenly getting qualities that are appreciated, and then having the situation reversed, like they're no longer losers, they're winners, and so they get this instant gratification that then is presented as being somehow unfortunate. That, oh, I didn't want to be famous, then why did you write a story about being famous? There's so many, and they have so much success because I guess a lot of teenagers, they're kind of finding themselves. I don't know, I never actually had that situation where I wanted to be someone else. Like, I wanted to be somewhere else. I do enjoy traveling, but I just never wanted this, you know, I never wanted like 100 boys following me, the typical harem story in Japanese animes. Which I'm surprised is mostly presented as a male fantasy. Like, you have a lot more female harems instead of male harems, which I was a bit surprised, because I would expect girls to be equally desirable of this situation, but I guess they didn't wanna make, or it's considered slutty, or I don't know. Maybe they don't actually enjoy these so much as I would expect. And maybe I had a skewed vision of the situation. I don't know. Like, I had in my high school class a lot of slutty girls that, well, you know, let's be politically correct and say desirable girls that had many boyfriends. Uh, they weren't slutty, they were independent and confident women and whatever. Uh, I think people that cheat on other people are slutty regardless of their gender. Like, if you're into polygamy, fine. Uh, there are plenty of culture where that is working and it's fun for everybody and people like it and they grew up in it and they know how to manage that. So good for them. Okay, and I'm gonna do Newton's face. And got that space there and select it and delete it. And it's gonna be, I think there's no, yep, it's lower, so it's gonna be full below. Like, I'm surprised you don't have more sexual kind of stories like that in American animation. Like, you do not find that at all. And I think because it's lacking this hypersexualized aspect of it, because of its, because you know, in the comic books, yeah, I'm gonna enlarge this as a matter of fact, because I don't need to see the whole body like that. I'm just gonna enlarge it a bit. And I think I should have room for the speech bubble. And so I think the anime is really caught on in Western culture, because in American animation anyway, like, I don't remember what was going on in European animation, and I'm not aware of any European cartoons that are successful. I think aside from Wakfu, which is also very Asian looking, there's not much else going on in Europe, and there's none of the harem sexy stuff that you find so often in Japanese animation, and it's so common that you like don't even think twice about it. Like, it's kind of expected. And then you have people like Miyazaki that say something and then it explodes in the media, and I have trouble finding the original article where he complained about something. It's just super confusing to follow the story. There are some movie critics that, you know, they're upset with all the moe and the Lolita and stuff like that. I personally don't have an issue with that. You know, if some people like that, it's their problem. I think the issue comes when it's like everywhere in public places and it's not labeled as adult content. And you have like in some really weird, silly situations where like kids purposely damage themselves, like they lick their eyeballs or something like that because they saw it in an anime and they think it's cool. And it doesn't stop at the eyeball licking part. And you know, as an adult, you kind of think, oh my god, what's wrong with these people? But it's just weird stuff that happens, and it's hard to understand. Like both America and Japan seem to me like they have their own weirdnesses and like exaggerations. Like in the US, you can carry a gun in public, but you cannot drink alcohol in public because it sets a bad example for kids and invites bad behavior or something like that. And you know, as a European going to US and hearing about this the first time, you think your friends are pranking you. And what has happened is that a Irish student or a Scottish student, or I think he was Irish, went out to drink with some friends who were Greek and other kind of Europeans. And their Greek friends told him, hey, you can't drink in public, you're gonna get arrested. And he was like, are you serious? And he kept drinking in public a beer, and sure enough, police arrested him and picked him up, took him to the police station, held him there for one night, and he had to pay a fine of $500 for drinking a beer in public. Now I'm sure he had a bit of an attitude because he was a bit drunk, and instead of apologizing and saying, oh, you know, I'm so sorry, he could have pretended he didn't know and it was the first time. But I think he probably complained or said something, you know, your laws are stupid, you're a bunch of idiots or something. And so they took him in and arrested him. And he spent the night in jail for drinking beer. Like, I don't know, maybe he didn't even say anything and that was the law and they didn't bother to ask him anything, he just picked him up, I don't know. Like, we've been pretty careful, you know, not to go against any of their crazy rules. Like, they have a lot of crazy rules here. And that's why because Facebook is also American, and that's why I keep telling you guys, don't post any nudity in the Facebook group, because like, you know, your friend got reported for posting anatomy references, and I don't know, did he manage to unlock his account in the end, or is it still blocked? Because like, there are crazy people here, you don't wanna mess with crazy, just avoid them. Okay. Oh, the granny up in the third panel. And save, and wow. Now that the file is small, normal size again, it doesn't crash anymore. Like, the granny you draw is sweet. Like, she seems like the nicest lady ever. Like, I'm glad you gave her a kind face like this. To erase there a little bit. There we go. I'm gonna turn on the Lineart so I can see better. Okay. What I think is remarkable is just how much of a difference between the states there is. Like, the laws can be so different. And it just allows for a lot of maneuvering, I guess. So it's one. What panel is this? I wish I could select easily. Select layer. There we go. It did not register my shortcut saves. There we go. Now, if we're gonna continue to stay here, I really want to find a dentist. Like, it's so expensive and stupid here with all the doctors. Like, I was kind of looking forward to going back home so I can fix my teeth. Oh. Isn't this the eraser? There we go. Like, they shouldn't add to that list, like, you know you're an adult. Well, this is the thing that my husband didn't really have much of a vacation um, before, and also because the visas, how do you say, like they expired but they got renewed. um, well, we want to go visit our family anyway. So the thing is that visas are limited, you know, like they expire for research. um, they're tied to the contract duration, the original contract duration. So after the first year, the visa expired. So if you left the country and wanted to go back in, um, you had to, you know, do the visa again and pay the tax and go through all the kerfuffle of it. And even when he's going to change his visa to J, like I think if we have a vacation time, then that's a longer period of time in which we can leave, so we would have time to renew the visa, apply for a new one, and then wait for that to be good so we can go back. Not sure how well I'm explaining this, but as an example, you know, let's say we want to go visit Canada. We can leave the United States, but when we have to go back, they're gonna say, hey, wait, where's your visa? Your visa is expired, because you know, you only have like kind of the paperwork that is on hand. And even if you show them the paperwork from the university that they say, oh, you know, the US government allows you to stay, in the passport, it doesn't say that. In the passport, it says that the visa has expired. So, to my understanding, like they do not accept at the what's it called in English? At the border, they will not accept that paperwork. They're only interested in the visa and the passport. Cause I think that one is a lot harder to forge than like a piece of paperwork that's given to you by the university, because it's not the government, it's the university that prolongs your visa. So it is recognized within the United States, but not if you want to go back in, because you have two borders. You have the Canadian border and the US border, so you have two borders that you have to pass. And you know, it sounds like silly paperwork, but it's just amazing how disorganized and stupid they can be, and how to what great lengths they would go to, like I mean, it's just they don't care. I mean, I don't know if they're really malicious about this. They just seem like they don't care, and that they're disorganized. Like, for example, on the page of the consulates and stuff like that, you say, you know, you can book a plane ticket from Romania to the USA with transit through Canada. Now I'm not picking on Canada because I'm sure this issue is for other states as well. It's just I had issues with Canada. And anyway, said, you know, you can get a plane ticket from Michigan to Bucharest, with transit from through Canada. and you pass through Canada, and you change your plane there, and then you go to Europe. So okay, that's what it says on the like ministry, consulate, whatever pages. I booked the plane ticket, no problems. I arrive at the airport and they tell me, oh June, I think you forgot a cabinet here. I kind of realized now that I wanted to color. Okay. So like there are two cabinets here that are missing, and I'm gonna draw them later. So they're here in the hallway, and you can see the fireplace, and then there are two cabinets here at the left wall. So here in the left there are cabinets missing. Yeah. I think I don't have it written on them anymore. I think I must have deleted that layer by accident, but like supposed to be cabinet, I think it's called in English. Cabinet. So like, you know, stuff like this, simple stuff. So I can draw these, there's not an issue, but for the future panels, like if that angle appears, know that they have cabinets there with stuff on them. What the color of the wall? That's the color of the wall. Color. And gonna be fireplace color. It's gonna be gray. Yeah, so, and when I wanted to leave, they told me that, you know, oh, you need a visa for Canada, even though I wasn't going outside of the airport. This is an interesting setup. Is this like how British fireplaces are, or Italian fireplaces? Fireplace, wood under. I never knew of this kind of arrangement, but it makes a lot of sense to put it like that. It looks really nice. Ooh, this one's pretty. I'm getting ideas for the colors. But I don't know, did they have curtains in the Middle Ages? Like now I'm thinking curtains, Middle Ages. Because it was pretty big stone, like would you have those in in a modest house. Like I know they had curtains on the bed, but I don't know if they had them on the windows. But I didn't drew any, so maybe like Newton is not much of a homemaker and he doesn't have curtains. Right? Like one of the things I really like about living in the countryside is how awesome it smells when the neighbors burn some wood. Like I wish I had a fireplace as well. And I lived kind of in a place that would make it have sense to have a fire. Like for you, June, you told me that it like rarely gets cold enough that you need to burn a fire in a fireplace. But also, like, I'm curious how much the average temperature has risen for you guys. Like, has it gotten a lot warmer in the past 20 years that or 50 years that you wouldn't need as much firewood, and also houses are insulated now. Winter temp average winter temperature South Italy. There have been considerable differences in temperature, above all winter. -2, while 8 in Rome and 20 in Palermo. Palermo is in the south, I think. Don't remember. Oh, Palermo's in Sicily. There used to be a sandwich that I really liked in Bucharest and was called Palermo, but like I knew it was something Italian, I just never knew if it was a city or not. Where's the ball? There we go. I don't think they have the right shape, the windows, come to think of it. Let's see, do I have reference images here? Yep, they're round on this side as well. So the windows don't have the right shape. June. Let's see. Room ink. So 4 segments, I think that's right. Nope, it's 3 segments. 4 segments on the second floor and 3 segments on the lower floor because reasons. I'll keep it 4, just you gotta remember to keep it 4 later on. Well, no, I'll make it 3 because it's easier. to maintain, I would say. To draw, sorry. I think you'd have less to draw. Oh. Okay. Oh, and now comes the tough part, because my Wacom is not working very well, so the line is gonna be a bit screwy. Can't get the right width. Kinda have to guess where it's gonna start and end. Yeah, get those little... Ah, they don't look that bad. You can say it's the wood. Okay. And like the frame is really weird. Like it's round, but it's in a square frame. Okay. Maybe I'll put a speech bubble over it. Should I leave the wall? Like, I think no, they would have some plaster inside the house for sure, or at least they should. So I kind of feel bad that I never got to visit that much of Italy. Like, there's so many beautiful places that my husband's told me about and I would like to visit. Mostly we've been to the north of Italy. I visited Venice and I kind of passed near Milan and looked at it from the highway. I can't wait for plane travel to get even cheaper. Oh, we're missing some hair here. Let me just copy that. Like, if I remember correctly, there were some, you know, events, how do I call them? Yeah, discount events, and With a couple of dollars, like you could go from Bucharest to London or Belgium or some other place where it was like this big airplane junction, like where usually you change the airplane from one to the other. Where's it open? Oh, here it's open. Okay, then I'll select this and paint inside. Because they like wanted to minimize the number of empty seats. So like for a weekend you can book, let's say or if you're on vacation, like you can book to get away for 2 or 3 days, or maybe just one afternoon. Uh, Go to Belgium one afternoon and come back the same day. Oops. Which to me was really neat, and I really liked that idea. It's just it was really hard to plan for that, and I had a full-time job at the time, so I really couldn't do that. But it's really neat, you know, if you're in the summer vacation and you're a student and your parents are willing to give you the $50 for the plane ticket and another $50 for sandwiches, or because you sometimes on some airplanes they like don't let you take food with you for whatever reason, even though you're traveling in the European Union. Like they keep changing these rules, usually making them more strict. Like every time I want to go on an airplane or a well, no, not concert, what's it called, football or some other sports event, like more rules and more stuff that is forbidden. Like I had went to a football match with a friend of mine because she's a really big football fan, and they didn't let me take my lip gloss because it might be a dangerous chemical in there. Boo. Yeah. Like I don't know what happened to on football stadiums that they've become so crazy. Like I know some guy threw some bananas on the stadium and called some football player called him a monkey or something like that. And another guy on a football stadium, um, he threw a bottle and hit one of the players, and he kind of had to go to the hospital. So that was serious. It wasn't. I mean, he only got some stitches, so it wasn't that bad, but still, crazy people. And like, I don't even know where they get all of these restrictions. But yeah. Like one thing that I can find good about the US panels and street signals, because like for example in Romania, um, they're fluorescent, so you can see them at night, which I really like. And here they're not fluorescent, and their streets are really big, and it snows a lot, so I guess I can understand why they wouldn't bother with that. It's a cost that wouldn't be that rewarding, maybe. I don't know how to call it, but to me, when it, you know, it comes to people's lives, like, make goddamn fluorescent street signs and road markings and stuff like that, like, super weird when you want to travel at night and you don't know where the road is. Like, it's so scary, and I really don't like that. But here, like, I like what I like is that they write under the sign what you're supposed to do, and a lot of things have a lot of explanations on them. And I guess, you know, if you're a beginner, but I don't know, like, even you wouldn't be able to pass the driver's test if you didn't know what those signs were. And like, they put signs everywhere for a whole bunch of stuff, you know, oh, road is damaged, or E. coli threat, or stuff like that. Like, everything's marked with lights and a lot of signs, and like, still people don't read them. Which is hilarious to me. Like, for example, today we were going to, my husband found a discount for pancakes. There's a restaurant that did pancake discounts, and he was like, yeah, pancakes, because he's never had American pancakes. I've had, they're horrible. Don't try them. Oh, I'm sorry, you can't hear me. Okay. Why isn't it filling? Can you hear me? Uh-oh, I didn't color on the right layer. Oh, I did. Okay. Like, I should probably put Newton's shoulder or something in there, and I think I will, so I don't forget. Yes, I can hear you, but the internet is so bad, I miss random words. Oh. Half of what I'm saying. Do you have the same problem on Picarto? So that's panel 10, 98766. So it should be 6. so the 8, 9, 8 should be 8. There we go. What's this layer? Oh, stairs color. Stairs color. And stairs color as well. Stairs color here. And it's gonna be background color. Don't know, let me check. Okay. You did a great job with the stairs. By the way. Probably can't hear me. Advertising? What do you mean? Oh, I think I remember. It was underneath the image, and you had to pay them, and it was like $50 per month. Can you hear me okay now? Wait, I will say some words and we'll see if you can hear me okay. I'm just gonna keep talking. Oh, it freezes a little. Damn. Well, there's not much of the stream left. If it's any consolation. Okay, I got one panel to do. Maybe it's my internet. I'm not sure, it might be mine as well. Like, I do not have the best internet. I forgot what I was talking about earlier. Probably wasn't something important if I forgot. At least that's how the saying goes, but it's usually not true. Like, you have something important to do and you forget about it. And it's not because it wasn't important, it's because you forgot. Like, I think somebody invented that saying so they wouldn't feel bad anymore. Like, oh, I forgot something, wasn't important, that's why I forgot about it. I'm so hungry. I am very, very hungry at the moment. I've started a diet. I've gotten so fat that I've started a diet. Like, I'm trying to eat less and eat more vegetables and crap like that. And so I'm hungry and in pain and discomfort and grumpiness and just kill me. I hate dieting. Like, I think it's the first diet of my life. I've gotten to this age and I just never had to go on a diet before because I was usually underweight, not overweight. And oh, really? Thank you? Thank you for what? You're happy I'm on a diet? I don't get it. You're happy for my pain and suffering. I sent you the 3D map a long time ago. Like, I'm surprised only until now or you remembered it, or did you forget about it? Because I made that map for you so it'd be easier for you to draw stuff, because you can maybe trace some of it. It's quite useful. I saw advertising before your video here on Picard. What? I'm sorry, I'm lost. I don't know what advertising you're talking about. I don't remember putting any advertising on Picarto, my channel. Maybe I don't see any, I don't know. But if I did something useful, I'm glad for you. Where's the shawl? Okay, here it is. It's pretty much like on YouTube plus a lot of lag. Sorry. 10. Weird. Like, I don't know. I've never gotten advertising. Yeah, I've never gotten advertising on what's it called? On Picarto like that. Like, I've never gotten it like that. So weird. But I have ad blocker, so maybe that's why. No, that's actually, it's gonna be white this one and gray the other one. Flip. Yeah, it's strange. Like, I don't know. I didn't mess with that. Erwin ink. Erwin color. Okay, and Niels color, the backpack. The red shawl. I'm almost done. I just have Newton to color and that's it. Some music would be good now. I really look forward to Keirani singing for us. Did you listen to Keirani's songs to see how awesome her voice sounds? With you, Keirani's covers. I think it's still on Twitch. Twitch, Keirani. Videos. She has 5 videos, and I'm talking in one of them, chatting in one of them, and she's talking to me. Is there something here on YouTube? No, it's on Twitch. I think you should be able to listen to it even though you don't have an account. Like, at least I think so. Not 100% sure. Were you able to listen to it? Is it working for you? And I'm all done with the basic colors. Woohoo! Finished it. So I'm gonna end the stream here. And today is Tuesday. I will stream again Thursday. You don't have bad luck. One and for something you like is okay. Crap and no. So thank you for watching, June. Those of you that are watching afterwards, thank you as well. And see you next time.